Hey there, welcome to Anywhere But Here. I'm Fly Girl TW, your travel guide, and this is the series All Things Travel. Guess what we're doing today, guys? I thought it prudent of me to identify travel personalities. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this episode is because on the website and on other videos, I've encouraged you to identify what your specific travel personality is. Why does it matter? It matters because it will help you streamline what destinations you should choose, as well as the type of activities that are best suited for your travel personality. Now, I want to clarify something for you. If you're identified as an adventurer, personality is because essentially you identified what your personality is because of the answers you selected. What that could potentially mean, guys, is that you're allowing that adventurous spirit to lay dormant inside of you instead of allowing it to emerge and experience some things that are out of your comfort zone. It doesn't mean that you don't have a little bit of cultural traveler or intellectual traveler or chill traveler in you. It simply means that somewhere inside your psyche, there's an adventurous spirit and you just haven't tapped into it yet. Does that make sense? I hope so. So, when we come back from the intro, guess what we're going to do? We're going to get started. I have 13 travel personality types in depth. You can always email me, right? travelanywherebuthere@gmail.com. I can answer your questions. I can come up with a wonderful trip for you, as well as 3 destinations. That is part of the services that I provide for you. Free of cost, guys. Who doesn't like free? I do. So come right back and we'll get started. For the break, that what we're going to do is to go over travel personality types. Now, I said I'm going to go over 13. Really, I'm going to mention 15. And the 2 that I'm not going to go that much in depth about, guys, is first-time travelers, and that is kind of self-explanatory, right? You haven't gone anywhere yet, and so you're getting your feet wet for the very first time. When you emerge from the smoke and you return back home, you will have a better idea of the type of things that you like and enjoy. Okay, so that's first time travelers. Virtual travelers are essentially what we're doing right now, are satisfying that travel bug anywhere, but by visually taking yourself to the places that I present to you. Next up, guys, I want to talk about the adventurous traveler. What are some characteristics of an adventurous traveler? Well, they are things. They want to do things that are exciting. They can imagine lying on the beach doing absolutely nothing. They want to feel the adrenaline pumping through their veins. So bungee jumping in New Zealand, in Pamplona, running with the bulls. So some of the places adventurous travelers may want to go is New Zealand, Bolivia, Nepal, Tibet. To go to India, Tanzania, and Brazil, just to fulfill that desire to have that adrenaline pumping. I'm going to move on to the intellectual traveler. Let me give you some of the kind of characteristics of an intellectual traveler. Are well-traveled, or in the process of becoming well-traveled. They are educated and are always students of travel and gain as much knowledge as they can about the culture, history, architecture, nuances of a city, country, or continent that everything must be authentic to them. You can't tell an intellectual traveler about something. They want to experience it all on their own. Intellectual travelers love museum, art, and some of the places that would be fantastic for an intellectual traveler to be anywhere in Europe: Cairo, Istanbul, Japan, different wonders. Next up is the posh traveler. Now, the posh traveler may sound reminiscent of the intellectual traveler because the posh traveler also, they love art, they love fine dining and fine whining. The intellectual traveler is okay with a 3-star hotel. Doesn't have to have first class on the plane. The posh traveler would prefer to have champagne over Coca-Cola, would prefer to have a suite over a single room. Do you understand the difference? They enjoy the same types of activities, but when it comes to accommodations and perhaps transportation, even for tours, they want to have that upper echelon of destinations for the posh traveler. Well, London, of course, Paris, absolutely, Belgium, Zurich, Switzerland would be really wonderful places for you to go to be able to fulfill that intellectual as well as that posh side of you. Are you low-key but love people? Do you like a little bit of culture, but a day at the beach sounds amazing? If so, you might be the chill traveler. Some of the characteristics of a chill traveler are someone who's very low-key, loves to people watch, don't mind going to museums and different things like that. Places for the chill traveler would be anywhere in the Caribbean, so San Juan, really great places in Florida as well. Next up is the classic traveler, guys, and this type of traveler is organized. So everything is planned out. So they've probably deducted every penny out of what they want to do, and potentially every available minute of the day as well. Kind of the most type of traveler would enjoy things like touring wine country in Italy. Classic traveler is a tour traveler for sure. I want to share with you a little bit about the altruistic traveler. Traveler is a traveler who is very creative and caring and nurturing and loves to give back to communities. Someone who may travel to build villages in Kenya or work in zoos or support protecting endangered animals. So this is what an altruistic traveler, some of the characteristics of what they would look like. And the places they would go would be Kenya, Uganda, and other places surrounding Africa. The offbeat traveler, not the off the beaten path, but the offbeat traveler is a traveler who is just that, a little different, a little unique, very artistic, and even idealistic. Offbeat traveler is a people lover. They will travel and they will encourage conversations, initiate conversations with others because they truly are trying to identify within themselves what happiness really is, what comfort really is, simply in search of self. Some of the places they may do that would be India or some countries in Eastern Europe. It's spiritual in nature. They're not weird. They're not cuckoo. They're simply in search of a higher meaning. And that's beautiful. Just kidding. That was to recognize the celebratory traveler or party animals. So the celebratory traveler, they want to have a good time. This may include alcoholic beverages, it may not. Some people are just on a natural high. And when they travel, it is an opportunity for them to either exert that personality that is completely different than when they're at home, or for them to take it to another level. The celebratory traveler is someone who just loves to dance and get loose and have fun and laugh. Fantastic time in Ibiza, Spain. So get packing, celebratory travelers. Ibiza awaits your arrival. Artsy traveler is a traveler who is creative, intuitive. They love to share their passions with other people. Music and writing music and writing books or poetry and traveling so that they can be able to expand their talents or their past. London, Paris, those will be really wonderful places for the artsy at heart. Is intellectual in nature, and you guessed it, they are also curious, doing things off of the beaten path. I think I might be a little bit of a curious traveler. I'm growing along with some of the other traveler types that I identify with. And some of the things that a curious traveler might do is just decide, you know what, I know absolutely nothing about this neighborhood, but I'm going to get out and I'm going to trek through it and I'm going to see what I find. And I'm going to speak to people. And what wonderful things might I find if I just get up and go. The curious traveler is not afraid of exploring a little bit. Some of the places that they would enjoy, some of the national parks, Oregon, Michigan would really be some great places for the curious traveler. Compassionate traveler is not the same as an altruistic traveler, although they have some same characteristics. Compassionate traveler is a traveler that might travel to the Galapagos to help with the iguanas. They're very sensitive, very conscientious about nature. They may travel to places where they can identify why the world is melting, for example, and how we can be more environmentally sound. The Galapagos Islands will be great for the compassionate traveler. Do you love love? If so, you just might be a romantic traveler. Anything love, anything that makes you want to swoon. You just might be a romantic traveler. So hang out in Venice, Santorini, or Paris. You're going to find many things to fall in love with in those. Last but not least is the where the wind blows. Traveler doesn't fit into any of the categories specifically. They can do any of these activities, go any of these places, and be wonderfully content. End of the show. So thank you guys so much for joining me here, Fly Girl TW, for the Anywhere But Here brand. This is All Things Travel. The episode was about travel personalities. I will see you next time.